All right. Chat, let's give this another go. Can you guys just let me know if you can hear me and see me? All right. Again. Chat, let's give this another go. Can you guys just let me know if you can hear me? Just let me know. I have no idea what happened, but I am back. All right, sick. Okay. Oh, my apologies, chat. I have no idea what happened then. We were in the middle of chatting away, and then suddenly I lost you guys. Wait, you can hear double now? Let me know if there's a double, if there's a delay. If you can hear me double, just let me know, because that's annoying. I think I can fix that. Oh, chat. What is a London session without a bit of tech issues? Sounds fine. All right, cool. Okay. All right. Well, I have no idea what that is. Hey, Nick is in the chat. Nick, where are you when I need you? My Drew #2 producer. That was a bit of stress for the last 5 minutes. Not going to lie, chat, because I am clearly not an expert at the tech. But hey, we had a good start with the stream. I didn't think we were going to shut down today, but there you go. London stream just absolutely closed down YouTube and shut it all down. That's how strong Tradeify is. All right, so at the moment in the 10 minutes or the 5-10 minutes that we were just delayed, the market has just shot up completely. So we just had a move off this consolidation at London Open, and then we have jumped 67 points. So quite the move. I was just rambling on about how bearish I am. So that is quite the reaction that I didn't think we were going to have. But hey, Nick, what's going on? Nick's in the chat, everyone. I'm so jealous, actually. For anyone who doesn't know, Nick is at the moment in Maldives, and it looks insane over there. So I'm very jealous. Very jealous of Nick. But what's going on? No, I just read your comment before. Nick says now we can finally catch up with you again. Lol. Not funny, Nick. I did say, maybe you weren't here, but I did say, guys, anyone dropping that word around here today is getting the ban. So, Nick, that's your warning. Anyway, where were we, chat? I had gone through my analysis for the day. At the moment, I still am feeling bearish in these markets. Yes, I'm that crazy reversal trader. So when I see price moving to the upside like this, I am just waiting for an opportunity to short this. So I do like that we're still respecting bearish gaps on the NQ. The most significant would be this 4-hour gap at the moment. As long as we hold 50% of that, I am still happy to be shorting in this environment. So let's see. Like I said, it would only be a B+ setup if I do sell or get a short today, because we have already taken 4-hour low. So let's see. It is Monday. I'm not just going to throw away my profits well, not my profits, but my capital in the beginning of the week. So let's see what we get. But yes, Nick. Damn it. All right, he did it, chat. We're banning him. I don't play around here. We want to work out how to ban. We are going to, well, there's a block button. Is that the button? Nick, there's a block button. Is that the button to actually ban you? Because I don't want to block you forever from Tradeify TV. That would be funny. Paul Memphis also joining in on the jokes. I'm not having it, chat. This is... you guys are going to see another side. You guys thought I was AI, but you're going to see AI with emotion today if I see that ketchup word flying around here. Anyway. Oh, Nick's calling out a GP short. 25,646. All right. 646. Okay. Still quite a while up for the GP level. I'm guessing that's off this range here. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, I got the GP levels right. So Nick's calling out this GP short, which is at the 707 level using the 1 hour high to low. And yeah, I guess we can leave that up on the screen for now as a potential GP short. But I don't know if we're going to get up there in this London session today. Yes, I got it, Nick. I got it. I'm slowly learning GP. Slowly. One day I will add that one to my portfolio. Hey, Tamil. How you doing? Wait, Nick, I actually need to know how do I ban people because I don't want to press the block button and it means they can never come back to Tradeify TV. Let me know, actually. Son of Wall Street says he can't hear me. Chat. Surely that's a troll. Oh, even cooler, he says he's from the Maldives. That's amazing. What a beautiful place to be from. Rocky says, is this where we're going to reverse Celine? Look, Rocky, I did mention the fact that we have taken out the Asia high, previous 4 hour high, and we're still reacting in the 4 hour bearish gap. I think we can reverse at any given point now. It was a strange pump to the upside that I didn't actually expect, but I'm still very curious to see if we can actually get a move to the downside into new week opening gap, because I still think that's a clear draw on price. So yes, we will see. Nick says you got to hit put user in timeout. No, I don't have that action button. Of course you did this. Oh, you know why? Oh, chat. I can't put Nick in timeout, but the rest of you, I can. So for some reason, when I click on Nick's username, I can only ever block or report him. But for the rest of you, there's a put user in timeout button. So be warned, chat. Let that be your very last warning. But chat, what levels are we liking the look of so far in NQ? Is anyone else looking for shorts, or am I the only crazy one trying to short in this market at the moment? Let me know. Is anyone long? Has anyone actually taken a trade already? London has been open for almost half an hour now. So if anyone took that long, congrats to you, because it was a clean move. But I didn't get a setup into that. So nothing for me yet. Few Trades is asking for it. Few Trades says your first timeout will be on me. Put me in timeout. I mean, Few Trades, I will happily just test you out on that. Let's put you out for 1 minute. There we go. Bye, Few Trades. Let's see if that worked. All right, so Jonathan says I'm looking to long. Ashley's looking. Oh, Ashley took the long. Very nice work, Ashley. Very, very clean. You would have bagged at least. I mean, from that pump, just in that move, was 70 points. So, I mean, if you bought at that point and then sold the high, clean 70 points. Jonathan looking for long NQ on the pullbacks. Okay. So you're hoping to get some sort of pullback now. You could be getting an entry very soon. Rocky Trades took a little scalp long for about 1800. Very nice. All right. Chat is already on fire today. I love that. I love it's Monday, and we are going to have, like I said, a very, hopefully, volatile week with all the red folder news. So I'm liking already that we have volume in the markets, and it is Monday. So could be a good week ahead. Pew Trades, by the way, if you're back. Oh, there he is. Good timing. Pew Trades is back. So that works, chat. Be warned. I have the power. I do have the power now. Corey says, we are looking for a short because that pump and the news we got over the weekend is screaming crash in NY, Celine. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we could be getting a crash in New York. The thing is, I'm only going to trade what I see at the moment. If I see an opportunity to short into new week opening gap like in the London session, I'll take it. It won't be A+, like I said, because for me, for it to be A+, we would have already had to have the reaction off the previous 4 hour, with a sweep of the previous 15 into the previous 4-hour low. But because we've taken that previous 4-hour low already, it's like my target has been taken. So now any form of short would be only B+. But I still do like the draw on liquidity being the new opening gap. Also, it is so close to being Asia low and daily open. All those key levels all in the one spot is like screaming for us to dump down there. So I still like to play the bears today, and most days, honestly. I feel like I'm becoming a perma bear. All right, Nacho Libre. First of all, love that movie. Good username. Says I got long in profit. Very nice. Long since 25. Cheese balls. Long since 25,505. Cheese balls. We got to change that username of yours too. 2505. Okay, very nice. Are you looking to take profits at any point or staying in this trade? Let me know. Hey, Rocky. That deserves a clap. Rocky says I was negative 1,200 on an eval and now I'm up $368. I know that feeling. There's nothing better than going from drawdown to green. Even if it's like $10 in the green. That is like, I love that. Very well done. I mean, if I was you, I'd be just happy to shut it down for today. I mean, you drew your account back out of drawdown and you're in the green now. So I wouldn't be taking just any trades. Only A+. The vision. With great power comes great responsibility. Well, it's true. It's true. I set the rules. So if you guys want to play around with that catch-up word, you'll see the wrath. Yes, Andrea. Yeah, we did have a bit of tech issues in the beginning of the stream, but I'm glad you guys all found me again because I was worried. I was worried you guys would all leave. But hey, you're still here. So, chat, let me know if how's everyone's trading day going so far. For me, I am currently flat, haven't taken any trades. If you guys are just joining in now, I said I was looking bearish and still am feeling very bearish on the day. That's considering that we have tapped into this 4-hour bearish gap. We are currently respecting the midpoint of that gap. We also have on the daily inverted the bullish gap to the left. So I do very much like previous day low, at least for a target for today, and overall targets on the daily for us to get back into the 24,887 level at some point, potentially this week with all the news coming. I do expect us to drop into that level. So yeah, so far nothing but pretty much bulls coming out since London Open, but I'm hoping our bears come out. Yeah, Rocky, I fully support that. Rocky says I'm logged off. I think that's a good decision as well. I mean, there's nothing worse than climbing at a drawdown, being in green for less than like 5 minutes. It's happened to me before, and then entering a trade and being back in drawdown. I mean, the whole point is you got yourself out of drawdown. You should be celebrating that, and then it's like next time you come into the markets, be it a new day. I just feel like it's better to refresh your mind and everything that way as well, so that you're not over trading or over risking and then going into FOMO mindset and whatnot. So very well done, Rocky. Good morning, Patrick. Good to see you. Patrick, are you in the snow now? From memory, weren't you going to the Swiss Alps or something this week? Finge says, Celine, you jinx it. You said at the beginning you're surprised that there's no tech issues, and then what happened? I know, Finge. Why did I say that? I was getting way too happy with myself for having no tech issues to start my first solo stream off, and then, yep, I ate my words. There you go. But hopefully that was all the tech issues we need for today. That would be great. Andrea says, waiting for retracement on gold for buyers can't touch it this high. Good point, Andrea. Let's actually look at gold, because I did say this year I was going to try adding gold into my roster. And for me, what I can see here, okay, so we had a little bit of a grind up in Asia session. We're now just hovering around Asia high. We have come back and retested that level a few times, and just recently London Open did actually give us the close above those levels there. So potentially could be seeing more upside on gold. Although we have swept out previous 4-hour highs. So for me, that's always a good sign that we could be seeing a reversal, and we are on gold respecting also this bearish gap. So actually a very similar market condition to NASDAQ at the moment. So the fact that we're still respecting in this bearish gap means we could be seeing maybe a retracement in London today, and then a push higher, something like this. We could be, if I can find my paintbrush, maybe something like this back into this level, maybe previous day high even, and then back out to take more buy side. So I think overall bullish on gold, but potentially could be seeing a retracement in London. Yeah, Corey can relate. Corey says he's can relate because he's blown evaluations in that same situation. So good discipline, Rocky. We all are in support of that. Oh, Patrick says he's back home now. Had a blast. Nice. Was there snow out there in Switzerland? Because I know Nick was having an issue with the snow. Did you just do you do snowboarding or skiing? I personally want to try skiing. Act 489, he says, I was down like 1500, the drop down in NQ at 25,493 and see now. 25,493. Wait, are you saying, actually you'll have to like confirm what you mean by that. Were you shorting from 25,493? Oh, Yannick says, I won an account Friday in New York session. Well done. See, chat, if you just keep showing up, I swear you're bound to win an account with us. So well done, Yannick. And one of you are going to win today. By the way, I think what I was talking about before the stream crashed is 350 likes is the goal today. So if we hit 350 likes, I promise I will be giving a 50K growth account away. And I will have the form for today and for the rest of the week. So no scrolly method. Guys, don't come for me, all right? It will be the legitimate form. So with that, there'll be no double ups of entering. It's all very legit. So yeah, everyone has an even chance and we'll see. But 350 likes and then we can do that giveaway later. Rocky, hey Celine, was that 5x opportunity not a real thing that was discussed on Friday? I mean, 5x should only be allowed if we smash some crazy like goals. So, all right, let's say if you guys smash 600 likes. No, wait, I feel like that could be. All right, let's say 600 likes and we 5x. Nick's going to kill me. Chat, I don't know if I should have said that. Let's just do it. Because I just don't think you're going to get to 600. Yes, Andrea. Okay, yeah. 1,000. 1,000 likes. Oh, what about 1,000 and we 10x? All right, no, because I will absolutely get fired for that. 1,000 and we 5x. Because I just don't think that's going to happen. Patrick says, not much snow, but I was teaching my kids, so it didn't matter. I ski and snowboard. Awesome. Really cool. I do want to one day go to Switzerland and try skiing. Although it's probably not the best mountain range as a beginner because I feel like I need to go to like a smaller mountain to learn how to ski first. Mr. Developer says I could be mute. Chat, is he trolling? Let me know because I feel like he's trolling. Let's just take a look back at the NQ for the minute. So yeah, we did have that pump up after London Open, and pretty much since then nothing else crazy. this could be, for those who are looking for longs, I guess this is your pullback that could be happening. And I'd be definitely eyeing off this 5-minute bullish gap if you did want to take a long off there. But for me, I'd still be going against all my analysis and bias and rules if I were to just take a random long. So I still feel like I'm going to hold off and only take a short if I see fit here. But yes, for the moment, nothing for me. The short could be nice to tap into this bullish gap. To short into the bullish 15-minute gap could be, although we're almost there. That was probably a nice play. But again, not my A+ setup, so I'm just only like testing out and looking at other options to trade today, but they'd be B+ setup, so I'm kind of hesitant to enter anything at this point. Oh, Andrea says, your volume is very low. I have my speaker at 100 and I can barely hear you. Oh, Corey. My bad. Corey says, I just said that, Celine. I'm eyeing the FEGs in the 15-minute time frame down to 25.843.75. 25. Down to 25.843.75. That's the yearly opening price that we've been bouncing around. I'm eyeing the FEGs in the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so literally that 15-minute bullish gap, I'm guessing that you're also looking at. I think definitely if we do get into that gap, it'd be interesting to see how we respect in the 15-minute gap now that was open at the London Open. I think that can be a very significant price point to see whether we're going to invert that gap now for the rest of, and then I guess I'd probably take my direction off that. So let's just say that if we do end up inverting this gap, I'm definitely going to take a short down into Asia low daily open level. But if we end up holding, who knows? I might take a long in there. If that would be like a C+ setup, because that doesn't go with my rules at all. But good to see we're aligned, Corey. Good to see we're aligned. Okay, here we go. I can see everyone's comments now about the volume. Volume is fine. Volume's good. I hear very good. Working just fine. All right. So I think whoever hears me low, if I switch to music, my ears will pop. Okay. All right. I hear you guys. I'm going to put it up just a touch more. There's no harm in that, I think. All right. We're going to go with this. Yeah, some of you guys saying it's like normal volume every day. And Nick was in here before and he gave me the all clear. So that is the volume we're going to work with for today. Maybe I'll just try yelling. That would be funny. All right, so we have just tapped into the bullish gap on NQ on the 15-minute. That's very interesting now to see whether bulls end up playing out or whether we're going to dump. I will just mark that 15-minute gap out so we can see that on the 1 minute. By the way, chat, I'm curious to know what time frames do you guys enter off? Like for me, it's been only ever the 1 minute. But I'm curious to know if you guys also just sit and stare at the 1 minute and wait for entries on that. Or are you guys more high level? Like sometimes Nick will enter off like a 5 minute, 3 minute. I know. But for me, it's only ever been the 1 minute. And I don't know if that's what you guys like to trade off. Because that would be annoying if you're watching someone trade 1 minute and it's way too fast for what you're used to. So let me know. All right, that's our 15-minute gap. You guys trade. Jonathan says I enter the 1 minute. Trades and rides 1 minute. Mrs. Developer 1 minute. Most of you. Oh, Hell Saint 5 minute. All right, couple of you 5, 3. Oh, it's very mixed. I wonder how you guys have you. So for those who trade 1 minute only, have you ever tried trading off a different time frame? Curious. Because I used to actually, when I first started trading, trade the 5-minute entries, and I would drop down to the 3-minute at the lowest, but never the 1 minute, because I just thought it was way too fast, like, and chopping up and down, and I could just never get used to it. It used to freak me out how quick the candles are moving. And now I find the 1 minute slow. Like, I could probably drop down to a 30-second, but I don't. I stick to the 1 minute. But yeah, curious to know, did you guys ever, the 1 minute traders, did you ever trade 5-minute or above before? Doodle Capital says, for NQ I enter at 1 minute, in MGC I enter at the 15-minute. Okay, so different compared depending on the asset you trade. That's interesting. That's interesting. Is that, I guess that's to do more with the way gold moves. That would make the most sense. I don't particularly like trading gold, chat. I did say I was going to look at it this year, but I really just, I will only ever take a setup on gold if it's really like screaming to me short or long, because I don't know. For me as a reversal trader, I find it very hard on gold to find setups. I don't know if, I mean, I'd be curious to know actually what types of traders you guys are. You gold traders out there, are you reversal traders, or are you retail, like support and resistance traders, or like, just let me know. I'd love to know what works, because I think what works the best on gold is like breakouts. I mean, I don't know. I'm not talking from any experience, like I said, because I've only taken like, I could probably count the amount of trades I've taken on gold on the back of my hands. But let me know what works for you guys, because I am very interested in trading it. I do know we get a lot of volume in gold, and there's a lot of people killing it on gold, and it's just good for when NQ doesn't have the best days, and when it's chopping around, I find gold is just taking off, and it was for at least Q4 last year from what I was noticing when I started to watch it. So yeah, let me just read these comments to see quickly. Andrea, you're a trend trader. I didn't know that. I just buy a okay. Well, that can work. If you've got a just buy model for me, I'll learn it. Quinton says gold is orb for me in London. Great success with that. All right, Quinton, when you say orb, are you looking at just the 15-minute opening range? Curious. I want to know what is the best gold model. Well, the best model to trade gold. Trades and Ride says, almost 90% of trades were on gold for me in 2025. I only scalp. Interesting. When you say scalp, like a 1 minute scalper, are you in for like tell me. I want to know, chat. I'm not a gold trader. For anyone who's new here, I'm an NQ trader, have only ever been an NQ trader. And when I first started learning the model and the concepts that I started with, I was testing it out on gold, but never ever had the same success. So I just scrapped the back testing altogether and decided I'm just going to only back test this on NQ. So that's where I'm at today. I pretty much gave up on gold and decided it wasn't worth it, because if I told myself if I can have a profitable system and it works on one asset, like I didn't see the need to bring in more assets and more complications. But I'm 2 years into trading now, and I think I'm sort of ready for another asset to come into my portfolio and to have something else to look at, just when NQ's being a little bit dicey. Team Trace says gold reversals work fine at major levels. Okay. Because for me, I like to take reversals off things like previous 4-hour high and previous 15-minute high alignment. That for me is like a really clean reversal, but it just doesn't happen on gold the same way like it does on NQ. I mean, key levels, I'm guessing you're saying like a previous day low or like a session low, something like that probably works better. That's interesting. Yeah, Quinton, because when gold goes, it really goes. That's why I feel like breakout strategies work on gold. Is anyone here? I know, Quinton, you trade orb trades with gold, but does anyone just take like support and resistance, like just, breakouts? Kenny says 5-minute IFVGs on gold is great. It's so interesting. You guys trade so many different things. Segan says GC doesn't follow ICTs most often, so support, resistance, and VWAP works. Yeah, interesting, because I do trade with ICT concepts, and I think it can work across multiple assets, but for me and the way I was applying the concepts, I just couldn't get the same result as I did with NQ. I don't know if it's the way I was applying them. Well, it technically probably is the way I'm applying the concepts, but I mean, not to say that other ICT concepts don't work on gold, just the ones I was using doesn't. But yeah, Andreas says, yes, I'm a trend trader. I trade a high time frame too, so no 1 minute, 3 minute trades. I trade based on hourly closures, entry on 30 minute, 15, and sometimes on the 5. Gold is hectic, but it pays. I only trade gold though. Oh, that's interesting, Andrea. I mean, that is the complete opposite to how I trade. So I love that you hang around and still watch the stream. But I actually love hearing about how you guys trade, because it just puts into perspective that we're all looking at these charts, and yet all of us trade different systems and we're all making money. So there you go. It really doesn't matter if someone's system is different to yours. Find the model that works for you and trade it. But yeah, I'm just curious about gold. Maybe we'll do some more gold trading this week. We'll see what gold can give us, because I am looking at it. Maybe we can paper trade it. Graphene says volume nodes on gold is amazing. VWAP works for all assets if you're a breakout trader. And Edward Hughes says supply and demand for our zones. All right, so quite a bit of you guys are quite a lot of you are gold traders. Very interesting. Beck says, do you trade Aussie hours during the day or just London onwards into the night? I only trade, so right now I'm in Bali, so London session for me is just during my midday. Basically starts for me at 4 p.m. And then I trade the New York session. I'll take a break and then trade the New York session from, it's my 11 p.m. the times that I trade. So yeah. And then I'll trade that only for the first hour and a half of the New York session, because I only like to trade with my models. The New York model is different, but they both rely on volume. So I'll only trade that first hour and a half of the New York session to get the best result for my trading. And yeah, also it works because any later than that, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and I just can't trade at those hours. So it works to just trade the first hour and a half and then be off. And also it helps with like over entering and over trading, because it's literally just gets to midnight and I'm too tired to even be a degen and like FOMO trade into anything. Yeah, Finch, it's a bit of a crazy sleep schedule. Not as bad as what it was when I was in Australia though, let me tell you. My Aussie traders out there, that's got to be one of the worst time zones to trade New York session, honestly. All right, so we have just taken out the previous 15 minutes slow, and we are respecting for the meantime in this bullish 15-minute gap. So I am actually liking a potential long setup. Call me crazy. This isn't my model at all. But we did have the pump up from... Oh, I've just moved the golden pocket. We did have the pump up from London Open. So we had 70-point bounce from the open, and then we've had a bit of a pullback back into this 15-minute bullish gap. And the fact that we're holding it there nicely and sweeping out previous 15-minute low is also a level that I like to see reversals off. So I'm going to point out this high here.